to another installment of the Black Lady Media Club, everyone. My name is Nini,
I'm D.
And I'm Yin.
and today we are doing our June book of the month titled The Davenports. Before we get into the discussion, I'm going to read the synopsis of the book really quickly, and we'll get into how we feel about it. Okay.
Sounds good.
The Davenports is written by Krystal Marquis. Marquis? I don't know how to say her last name, so hopefully it's one of those two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's the synopsis. In 1910, the Davenports are one of the few black families of immense wealth and status in the changing United States. Their fortune made through the entrepreneurship of William Davenport, a formerly enslaved man who founded the Davenport Carriage Company years ago. Now the Davenports live surrounded by servants, crystal chandeliers, and endless parties, finding their way and finding love, even where they're not supposed to. There is Olivia, the beautiful elder Davenport daughter, ready to do her duty by getting married until she meets the charismatic civil rights leader Washington Dwight and sparks fly. The younger daughter, Helen, is more interested in fixing cars than falling in love, unless it's with her sister's suitor. Amy Rose, the childhood friend turned maid to the Davenport sisters, dreams of opening her own business and marrying the one man she could never be with, Olivia and Helen's brother, John. But Olivia's best friend, Ruby, also has her sights set on John Davenport, though she can't seem to keep his interest until family pressure has her scheming to win his heart just as someone else wins hers. The first book is a breathless new series. I don't think that's a part of it. So, all right. Um, First of all, oh my gosh.
Right.
A lot of the twists and turns in the book is sitting right here in the Goodreads.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have been pissed.
That's why you never go to the good read.
Exactly.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like,
if you don't get nothing from these videos, get that from these videos.
do not read the synopsis. Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
That's actually
Don't do it.
insane.
It's a horrible disservice.
So, girls, how did we feel about the Davenports? Book one.
It was cool. It was very entertaining. I was very interested in it. I'm very interested in stories that follow Black people following the Reconstruction era up until and during the civil rights movement. I'm always interested in those stories, and so whether fictional or true stories. So this is my vibe. I liked it. I like that about it.
Okay.
All right. Well, I liked it. It was entertaining. I also like a good, you know, his well, I guess like political, drama.
Mm-hmm.
But just like the last one, there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of names that you're not sure. Well, they came up frequently enough to where you can kind of tell who was important and who wasn't. In the last one, it was just a whole bunch of names.
It was.
You take them or leave them until you realize you were supposed to know them. But
Right.
I did enjoy this one because everybody seemed more closely intertwined.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll say I really enjoyed this book. Like, I ate this book up. I was like, the whole time, because it's like it was just enough drama, it was just enough stakes where I was like invested, like, girl, what you gonna do? But at the same time, it was like not not so heavily involved that I was like, let me put this book down, I can't read it no more. Like, I would compare it, like, that feeling to like kind of when I was reading Children of Blood and Bone. At some points I had to put it down because I was like, it's overwhelming. There's a lot going on. Like, it's a lot of stakes.
Yeah.
Even though I still enjoy those types of books, it was just a lot. Whereas the stakes here just had me like, girl, what's happening next? What's happening next? Or I ain't had a physical book, so girl, what's happening next? What's happening next? And it had just enough like romance to keep me very interested, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's a romance novel. I don't know what
Yeah.
political, historical fiction, romance. I don't know what's the genre. Let me see what Goodreads say.
It's, it probably says romance domestic.
It says
I don't know.
historical fiction romance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
historical
Okay.
romance. So yeah, I
No worries.
did I did really 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 enjoy the book. I didn't dislike too many characters and I liked that about it. Like everybody pull up my Southern Belle fan. This is my fan I
Oh,
got from New Orleans, y'all.
I know that's right.
Um cuz
I
it's
have a
hot
fan
up
too.
here.
It's not southern.
Huh?
It's Chinese. Because
Oh.
I have a fan too, but but
I
it's real
got
nice.
I got mine from New Orleans.
And it is hot
Okay.
up in here.
This
Oh,
summer
let me look
heat.
at my fan.
Go ahead. Anyways, I actually need this fan. It's hot in
No,
here.
yeah. Had to turn the air conditioner off.
But no, I did really enjoy the book. I thought it was really good. So I'm really excited to get into the logistics of it because I got a lot to say. But
Same.
y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get in it.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the character analysis. And I guess we'll go into the order that they showed up in the book. So we can start with Olivia.
Okay.
Olivia Davenport.
Mhm.
All right, so how we felt about Olivia Davenport, you guys?
I liked Olivia fine enough. I mean, she's the oldest daughter, has a lot of expectations. She's bought into the family reputation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, at least, well, for the majority of the story,
Right.
she's, you
She
know,
brainwashed.
y- okay, very
Yes,
conditioned,
very, very much that.
to very sheltered, very green, entitled. I mean, but not like egregiously entitled, just
No.
entitled because that's the only world she knows.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, I like her. I don't think that she was a bad character at all. I think that she moved with more freedom than some of the other characters did and
Right.
in their situation.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Especially to be the oldest, she moved with a little more freedom than you would have thought
Yeah.
somebody in her position.
Yeah. You would think that she would be more like, because, they always, obviously, they are comparing the Davenports to Bridgerton, right? So
Hmm.
you would attribute her character to somebody like Daphne, which
Yeah.
in the end, Daphne did get to move how she wanted to, but it still was so many expectations. So I do kind of see the parallels between Olivia and Daphne, but Olivia eventually kind of said "f the system" a little more than Daphne did.
Definitely.
Hmm.
I liked her character. Olivia, she definitely gave Z vibes, and yeah, that's how I feel.
I like Olivia. I did feel a little bored with her storyline at times.
Okay.
Um, and I don't know particularly why, because again, I found like the logistics of her storyline interesting, like, her going out to be a part of the movement, and all that. Um, but I don't know. I feel like maybe in order for her storyline to be more detailed, they maybe like didn't give us as much personality than as maybe like a Ruby or Helen.
Mm-hmm.
But at the
I
same time, I still like her, and it's not that I think she has no personality at all.
Yep.
I just was oh,
Mm-hmm.
I was just a little uh bored when it came to her storyline sometimes. But
I
I like her as a character. And I do appreciate how I do like identify with her and appreciate how like she is, sheltered, but the minute some foolishness was going on, she was like,
Hold on, wait a
okay,
minute.
what we gonna do?
mhm.
So what we doing now?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I understand what you mean when you say it was a little boring. I don't think that it was boring so much that I feel like I was just more interested in a different storyline.
Maybe it was that.
Like that's the the challenge that you have when you have a different point of views, especially whenever you cut them out and make them like prominent point of views. Sometimes one is just more captivating, or sometimes one is just you did one more dynamic than you did the others.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a whole lot of like moving pieces and a lot of people, a lot of connections that you're trying to make throughout the story. It gets to be detailed, and like you said, the personality sometimes conflict, and then they're all different people, so you have to make them all different personalities, and so sometimes you're just not gonna care as much about one personality than the other. Not so much as care, but like you attract, or you are
You're attracted to.
attracted to one character more than the other, or one storyline more than the other.
I'll say I'll disagree. It sounds like Olivia was the most she wasn't boring, but the most boring or the least captivating point of view for y'all. Would y'all agree with that? Oh,
No.
okay. So I didn't think that Olivia's was boring at all. Now, okay, I'm about to preface this by saying here's my pick me take, okay?
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Here's my Southern Belle pick me take. Hold on. So I kind of like a man to teach you something.
Yeah. Scream, baby. Get the scream.
Who said that?
Who had that video? That was like, what's baby teaching y'all?
Literally nothing.
I'm not necessarily opposed.
No, I
get
what you're
hearing it.
This man taught her how to put her life in danger.
A lot of men's takes are definitely not in the interest of the woman.
Right.
Like the way that they live their life is just kind of directly opposed.
Yeah, for sure.
The way a woman should live her life. And now, but I am partial to a intelligent man.
Yeah.
And of course,
oh, so few far between. Just joking. Just joking.
Of course, he brought on a completely different perspective for her, and so she did learn from him. And so in that case, I do understand. And she wasn't. I don't think that she was boring. I have my favorite stories that I followed, but I don't think that Olivia was boring. She was my second.
Okay,
she was my number 2.
I know who my most boring was, and we'll get to it. But or like I said, not boring because I was actually interested in everybody's storyline, but my least captivating storyline.
Yeah.
But no, in reality, okay, that was jokey jokes. But I do like the real pick me take, but it's not really a pick me take. I did like the fact that Washington was able to expose her to something different just because her parents overly sheltered her into something. And at first, I was like, when we first met Jacob Lawrence, I was like, okay, is this going to be a love at first sight thing? But as soon as we got to conversation number 2, I was like, he's not doing it for her. He's not doing it for her, and I hate that for her, but he's not doing it. And then when she finally met Washington, girl, I was like
I'm sorry.
a nice Southern man, and he just came up in there, and he, who, you know who I think would be a good Washington Dwight?
Who?
This just popped in my head. The guy from, have y'all watched Hollywood?
No,
but I might remember the actors.
The black dude from Hollywood. He was a gay character in Hollywood.
Okay.
He is so handsome, and to me, I don't know where he actually from, but he definitely gives like a stunner in the South to me. And I do think he'd be good for a period piece because I thought he did good in Hollywood. I cannot remember his name, but he has a beautiful face. And I think that he would be a good Washington Dwight because they said Washington is not particularly like a skyscraper. Washington probably like 5'10", right?
Okay.
And he's like handsome. He's like brown skin, high cheekbones. Like it's giving that, but I could see him in that role.
Jeremy Pope.
Yes, I could see him or somebody like him in that role, right?
Yeah.
And for Olivia, just my random fan cast. Miss Pearl from Sinners. Yeah.
Mm,
Yes.
Pearline.
Pearline, yes. So I think
yeah.
that would be cute. But no, but yeah, I just like I did like him for her. Just but I was like a lot of time when I was reading it, like when they went to the protest, I was like, Olivia, go home. Go
Because
home.
you are not, she's not, she has no background knowledge of how to even move in that
Eyes
type of
wide open
environment.
or nose
yeah.
wide open walking into a
Yes.
protest. Like she's like,
Yeah.
oh,
And it gives,
I'm gonna be his girl and I'm gonna have my cute little sign like this gonna be nice and oh you power cup. Girl, you about to get
yeah,
guns.
yeah. It gives somebody, it gives North ideals clashing with South ideals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It
Definitely.
gives WEB against who? Who was
Booker
it?
T.
Booker T. It gives that type of like
Mhm.
mindset clash. Like we, it's built up down here, but you don't know nothing about it. You hitting the ground running, and you don't have no clue what you're getting yourself into.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I was glad she missed that train.
And I also hate the fact that because it's like she hasn't had no like real experiences with love or whatever. I hate that this is her first experience because she is going to go so hard into whatever he's into because he just swept her off her feet. Like he was charming, he was funny, he was cute, he was about something. Like he had
Hmm.
substance in his conversation, he was captivated himself. So she was so into it, and it's just like we all been there, girl. We like a man, and we just most of us have been there, girl. I caught that
Mhm.
tea. Most of us have been there, girl, and we like a man so much that we like, oh, what do you like to do? Oh, I'll just do whatever you want to do. Like,
Yeah.
and oh, I love that band. Oh, I love that hobby. Like and it's like, girl, are you really this, or are you this because your man is this? And I
Hmm.
want her to stand up. Now, if she really this cool, because it's a noble thing to stand up for. But if you're not, girl, don't die behind no man. You can go back
Yeah,
to your mansion.
yeah,
And it's like, to in
yeah.
my opinion, it's like I do believe that, like, obviously she really cared about the cause.
Right.
Right, right,
And I do believe that she was like, okay, like I do believe she was thinking about the seriousness of it, but at the same time, she don't know what she don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's thinking that it's serious, but she's thinking about it in vague,
Right.
um, like
It's surface
in vague
level.
concept.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
she don't get the consequences, the like internal mental consequences of like this type of trauma
Right.
and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, and when she first met them, they chewed into her so bad that I think she's also caught up trying to prove herself.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
That too.
that's
They
that.
chewed into her bad as soon as they
But
met.
like,
And I was
because
like,
this one she was literally like, "Oh, you're not like I thought."
we just
Uh.
met? How you doing?
Right. Right. Hi, my name is Olivia. Mother.
Like, please.
I do think it was a little irresponsible though for Washington to bring her to the protest. I do
Yeah,
Yeah.
think so.
But
absolutely.
he
But
also
he
is
was, yeah, he was in it too.
Hmm.
They cute
But
though.
yeah,
They cute. I
just
like them though.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know,
I think I
want a girl to do something to lay down the line for him. Oh, she risked her whole inheritance, her life,
Like, don't
her
piss me off.
livelihood,
Olivia, go to
her
your house.
comfortability for me, for my
Go home,
people.
girl. They got to be somebody else.
They will get somebody else. There's countless people that will do it.
Right. But yeah. All right. Well, we can move on to who was next. Helen
Mhm,
Davenport.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
How we feel about Helen, guys?
We always got to give us a good, not like other girls.
Huh? Oh,
So we always got to get a good, not like other girls. You know, fundamental disapproval from the parents.
girls
Yeah,
don't like me. She picked me.
Doing moving in
well, she
secret
got
because
yours.
you're not girly. You don't subscribe to the etiquette and gender roles. So, I mean,
Pick me
Helen was
tease.
cool.
Helen wasn't a pick me, but that plot line is a pick me plot.
That plotline was disappointing.
It was. It
Yeah, I think,
was.
in my opinion, Helen plotline was the most boring one, or like my most not interested
I
one
agree.
for me.
That was me
because
too.
it has the makings of something that I would like really like. So I do like the plot lines of like, non-conventional characters and blah 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 blah. But I don't know. Inevitably, in these types of plot lines where it does lean into like, uh, because you are unconventional, because you don't fit in a box, and because of that like perspective, a lot of these people tend to then perpetuate like uh, the same things that are harming them. So like, her thoughts are just like very like kind of pick me, kind of misogynistic,
Right.
And a
especially,
self-hate.
yeah, especially in the beginning.
Um, yeah.
uh,
Right. Before
and
she got a
it
man.
yeah. So it's kind of like
Right.
Um, I don't know what I was gonna say. God dog it. We was talking about Helen.
mm-hmm.
Dang.
I feel like
Oh, I know what I was gonna say.
okay, go ahead.
I feel like Helen's her storyline should have been that's a storyline that you have to do on its own.
I was just
You know what I'm
about to
saying?
say that I would have read Helen's book by itself.
Yes,
Yeah. If
yes,
it
I
For
was
agree.
just
sure.
Helen, it would be definitely interesting on its own to where it's like, dang, how's she gonna get her dad's approval? I feel like certain things for Helen fell to the back burner because I don't think the author, I feel like the author probably kind of lost a little interest, not like in the
She's like,
character,
girl,
but
you
kind
heard
of
this chapter.
like gotta like I think she drove certain things through John, and John didn't have his own
Right.
chapter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he took certain parts of Helen's story and helped drive it through John's interactions, and it kind of fell flat for Helen. And so I feel like she was moving forward more with Olivia and Ruby's storylines to where Helen kind of felt like an afterthought.
Yeah.
But if Helen had her own story, I think her storyline is a good story. I think it would be better as a standalone story.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I agree too. Yeah. But I wasn't bored. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't bored with Helen's story. And there were certain parts of her story where I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
girl, what's going
No,
on?
it was
Yeah.
scandalous. It
It
was
was
very
very
like
Yeah.
scandalous.
acting a fool, actually.
She
Yeah.
was acting a mother fool. Like she was showing her complete behind. She was. She said, I ain't never had a man that I thought was fine. And you know what? I don't give up if that's my
No,
sister
like
man. That's my man. Let me tell you something,
Yeah, she
man.
was crazy for that.
Let you ever think that you about to be smoking in the back of my man and
excuse
cuddling
me,
and rolling in the mud with my man.
looking in the back, joking, uh, in places where there are no others. Mud fights,
Let me tell you something. I'm no Olivia,
mud
okay?
fights,
I ain't no
and they keep
Olivia.
that.
On top of each other, laying down, kissing, secret meetings in the library.
Inside your house
In
with
your
you there
house.
and your parents and your rest of your family
He
and
put you
other
up
people.
against the wall.
There's other guests here, and everybody knows about your hiding
Yeah,
spot.
Your
yeah, no,
secret hiding spot.
You're not hiding.
yeah, no.
You're just being disrespectful. You and that
I
man.
read that. I
And
read that. I said, "Oh,
Like that's the
I
parts.
can't wait to.
Go ahead.
Never mind. Never mind.
Those are the parts of the book where, of Helen's perspective, where I was like, girl, like, what? If you don't carry your behind back downstairs and get to that party or go to bed, you
no,
doing too much. You doing too
not in a
much.
carriage, not in a carriage touching thighs."
Because it's the part for me where you was doing that not knowing that Olivia was having eyes for somebody else. So it'd have been
Exactly.
different if you was like, okay, I see she likes somebody else or she's secret rendezvous or whatever. You thought she was having secret rendezvous with that man.
Exactly. And it's really like I can't storylines like this. I really can't understand. And I was thinking about, of course, Bridgerton season 2, Kate and
Oh shoot, that did happen in
Edwina.
there. Yeah.
And I was like, I don't mind that season, right?
Not
So
all
like,
the seasons wrapped up in one.
Basically.
I
Basically.
don't. At least when I watched it the first time, I was like, I sympathized. Like it was heinous. It was heinous, but I sympathized with Kate a little more. And I was trying to figure out why it was like a different feeling. And the small thing of why I sympathize with Kate's character more than I sympathize with Helen's character in like this scenario is the fact that at the like it was their interaction, like the love interest interaction happened before the sisters interaction.
So they met first.
Yeah,
and they had a
first.
connection first.
Yes. And but in Helen's scenario, he been courting Olivia for weeks.
From day one. He came in and was like, oh, Olivia fine.
Yeah, like in my brain, when it comes to that, like if my sister got a man, the attraction to that man is
dies. Like if it was even there.
If it was even there. And it just turned to zero. It's just like, that's my brother.
Because like Quiet as Kept, I really don't feel like we have similar tastes in men.
Yeah, we don't.
But it's just so happy. But there are men that we can all identify are attractive.
Yeah.
So like I feel like I don't know, like you said, that's how I feel about y'all's men and my friends' men. As soon as you introduced as they man, you really like a gray blob to me. Like you literally, and you got to work your way up to a personality. Like
yeah.
It just honestly feel like off in that way.
Yeah.
I don't. Helen was very repressed.
Yeah, and I get that.
Lawrence came in. I don't think Lawrence cared who he had down the line once to figure out what his plan was. I think he was like, which one can I have? That one? Fine.
I don't think he had I don't think so. Like I do think
which one is available? Y'all want me to go with the oldest one? The oldest one? Okay.
Well, when he walked in, it was just Olivia there. Helen wasn't there.
Yeah.
And so when he walked in, he met Olivia. He was like, oh, Olivia fine. And she was like, oh, he fine. And so they just kind of like, okay, well, and their parents wanted them to meet anyways because that's the daughter ready for suitors. And, so they was like, cool. But then he just so happened to meet Helen or talk to Helen outside of the party. And they kind of was like joking or whatever. And he liked that. So I'm like, I don't know. But I liked Helen's character as a whole. But it definitely rubbed me wrong. The fact that she was just like I don't know. I feel like if you was really feeling like that, you should have told Olivia at the beginning. Like, like y'all be like, oh, we kind of grew apart, but it ain't been that long, and y'all still be joking with each other. So y'all ain't best friends no more. But it's like, okay, but dang. I don't know. Like I just feel like
no communicate. Like I just
nothing.
And I get stuff like that. It's hard. Like I get that would be like a weird or like confusing thing to even like talk about in the beginning.
Right.
But again, we have mud fights. We touching thighs in the carriage.
Taking secret rendezvous. Trips to museums.
We smoking in the garden.
In
1910?
Baby, y'all basically made a baby. Like y'all.
Congratulations.
You were with child. Like y'all was doing the most. I don't know. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't. And when you talk about Bridgerton, when you talk about Kate and Edwina, to this day, I have not rewatched that season because it's
a lot.
It's too
very
much.
It's very uncomfortable.
It's super. Like I remember the first time I watched Bridgerton season 2. And I literally was like, the whole time I was watching, I was like, oh my God. Like, that was overwhelming. I had to keep stopping it because I was like, girl, the sniffs and the looks.
I literally have, like, again, even with me not feeling as strongly as you about that season, that is a season I still have not rewatched. I've rewatched the first one.
I rewatched the first one both. That's my favorite one. I rewatched the first one multiple times, and I
rewatched, of course, Queen Charlotte. I've rewatched that one.
Rewatched Queen Charlotte multiple times. Now, I will probably. I ain't gonna lie. I will probably watch season 2 before I watch season 3 because
same.
We ain't gonna talk about it, but and that's just saying something. Season 2 was so hard for me to watch, and season 3 wasn't hard to watch.
It was just a lot of stuff that's like,
what the is going on?
Like, we not talking about spiritual.
We getting off topic, but the whole sister to sister taking my man.
Yeah.
I just couldn't imagine my sisters doing it.
exactly. I got too many sisters to be like
to be watching that kind of
comfortable
stuff. Be sitting up here
comfortable
pissed
with the
off.
spotlight.
Now I'm sitting
Yeah,
over
I
here
don't
trying
like
to think
men
which
like
sister
that
gonna
in the
do me
first
wrong.
place. Don't even like men enough to ruin other relationships.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, for real.
And like y'all said, you got to work yourself up regardless, and let alone you come in attached to somebody like my sister or
That's
my
close
friend.
to me. Like, what are we
yeah.
doing here? You literally, you start meaning nothing to me, and then at the end, you can have a plate at my house. Like,
Like,
As a plus one.
as a+1. Like, I don't even want to be your friend. Like,
All
I
right,
I
let's
don't
move
think
to
I've ever I don't think I've ever met anybody's man who I'm like met them as the man, didn't know them first, but met them
uh-huh.
as the man and been like, yeah, that's my friend. Like as an adult, middle school,
Yeah, yeah. And again, I don't see nothing wrong with that. It just
me either, but it's
that's
not
not how I
me.
first.
That's not
Yeah,
me. I don't know that
yeah.
lifestyle. All right,
It's like I would like again if I talk to them more, then like yeah, that's cool. But I don't
right.
know.
Helen, you got some splaining to do, girl. And
That's
Olivia
that's my
took it real well.
that's my distant brother.
Literally, that's my cousin. Now we cousins. All right. Let's move on to Amy Rose. How you feel about Amy Rose, guys?
I found Amy Rose's storyline very interesting and also very funny. I this is slightly problematic. I tend to think that the troubled biracial flatline is always a little funny.
and you had
Um,
two of them,
Who was the other by? Oh, dang,
Harrison.
that's
Harrison.
true.
But also very intriguing. I'm very like I'm very fascinated with stuff with like dynamics like that.
Right.
I think Amy Rose, uh, she cool, she cute. Um, again, I did like the whole thing of like I appreciated that she already had her own thing going on.
Mhm.
Yep.
Um,
I like that a lot.
yeah,
Same.
it's like
It's not
this
just her and her
the
man.
yeah, it's like whether me and you make it.
I'm gonna make it.
I'm going, yeah. Now she did toy around. Who was the other man? She was
The
kind
carriage
of
man,
I
had
Tommy.
in her back pocket.
yeah,
Tommy wanted her bad.
bad.
And that first is the first time that you see that he's like kind of coming on to her. You already know that she's not in it. Like
Right.
you can
Yeah,
already tell. I'm like, he gonna get, he gonna
yeah.
be
Friend
ready for the
zone.
side. Yeah. And I
Oh,
It's like
mean,
Tommy. R.I.P. Tommy.
it's like I'm kind of it's like you know Tommy wasn't in the story. Like I thought he was going to be in the story a lot more than he
I
was.
thought he was gonna be her
yeah, I
man.
did too.
And
I
yeah,
did
I
too.
thought maybe he was going to be
Well,
an
I
end
thought he was
game.
gonna be the interest, like I thought he was gonna be like pining for her more, like
Yeah,
not her
Uh-huh.
interest, but I thought he was gonna be pining for her.
yeah. Thank goodness he wasn't
I'm
trying to tell you because what she had going on was
Whew. Let me tell y'all something.
Child.
I think okay. Amy Rose was one of the two plot points that I thought was the most interesting.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Every time Amy Rose came up, I was like, yeah, now we're back in the book.
Yeah.
Like we're
Yeah.
here. I liked everything that was going on with Amy Rose's character. I think she would have had an awesome standalone book.
Mm-hmm.
It was so much depth to her character. The fact that her mom is from an island and moved to the States, and she got a slave owner of a dad, and crazy. They go up to the house. First of all, let's get into it. I don't think that man was dead when she went up to the house.
Oh, absolutely not.
no,
I don't think he was
no,
dead.
He wasn't.
And
no. He just got found out.
exactly, and I think that girl was his daughter. Who the little
Absolutely.
girl?
Yeah.
I think that was his daughter, even though all of this is not confirmed, maybe in the second book. But
Mm-hmm.
I do think that was his daughter that answered the door or whatever. And he was never, well, he wasn't dead. He probably dead now, maybe not. I don't know. But I do think that was her sister that she didn't know about. And I thought that storyline was so like crazy, and then the fact that she's been on this plantation, these were her friends, and she grew up with everybody, and all of this, and now John Davenport, the most wanted man, and what's it in Chicago? Where?
Chicago. It's Chicago,
Uh-huh.
huh?
Chicago, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. The most wanted black bachelor in Chicago wants me. Ocho Cinco wanted me. I think that like, girl, listen, if I was Amy Rose, y'all literally couldn't tell me nothing. The man that everybody want is looking at me and I'm a maid. Imagine if I had money, God. I
oh,
would be shutting
but
ish down. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Now I will say, as far as I thought John and Amy Rose were cute, but
I thought they were very cute.
I really liked them together. I really did, but it was just like when the ball gonna drop. That was all I was
Yeah,
waiting on, and I hate that.
I think
Yeah.
I think that the scenes that were like the most romantic and the most like, oh my gosh, what's about to happen, was between Amy Rose and John and Ruby and Harrison.
Yeah.
And so like in the scenes with because Amy and John, like their romance moved like quick, and then because he has the luxury of being a man and she has the unfortunate circumstance of being a maid, and so like certain rules don't apply to
Apply.
them,
Oh,
and
right.
so
He gotta treat me like
and
a
so
lady. He could treat me like he wants to.
so
That's how he
and
felt, not
so
me.
and so like they was getting like up close and like steamy for 1910
Yeah.
already. But what kept me irritated every time they had scenes together was in the back of my mind. Okay, what about Ruby? He won't like he's going actively going after Ruby.
Yeah. And we can get into John Davenport because I like John. I really did like John, and I
He was
don't think he
pissing me
meant.
off.
I didn't think he meant wrong,
Uh-huh.
but
He did wrong.
why are you
That's
rolling
exactly where I was
in
going.
fresh laundry outside with Amy Rose and talking about, oh, you're so beautiful, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen, and you're so
Like,
smart, and I know you're gonna succeed, and kissing her in the night, and oh, I want to go
like
see her, and can you fix my button for me, and all that ish,
dancing in the kitchen. Like
dancing in
what?
the kitchen like y'all are in some like this Cinderella, and then go on to make it like I don't know what's a movie where somebody wants somebody and can't have them. There's a lot of them, but you went from Cinderella to
All our minds went blank.
no, literally, because there's so many of them. I can't think of one. You literally, I don't know. I can't think of one. If y'all think of one, let me know. But you went from Cinderella to go be the jealous like man who don't want her. Like
Yeah,
you don't want Ruby. You
You
like
never
Ruby. And at
you
first I was like, okay, so how we gonna play this? Because he's
yeah,
clearly super attracted to Amy Rose. But I want Ruby to be happy too. Cause she ain't
yeah,
do nothing wrong. So I'm like, I want her to
yeah,
get her man, but I want Amy Rose to get her man. But is Amy Rose gonna get
yeah.
her man?
Okay,
Realistically, but
by the time Harrison got in the picture, I was like, okay,
Yeah,
bye
I mean,
John. Bye
I
bye.
really, because I was like, okay,
No, literally, I was like, so we're not gonna spend the whole book just pining for John. Thank God.
yeah, okay,
it's like I know what I'm gonna do. Look at him over there, looking at me. Okay,
I said,
yeah,
listen,
focus
girl.
on Harrison, girl, before I start screaming.
Listen, I
and
Because
tried.
John did make me upset
mhm,
because and I understand that he knows that it's going to be frowned upon for him to get with somebody like Amy Rose,
Right.
and that's part of the reason why he's still kind of leaving that open with Ruby because he know
Right.
Ruby is like at one point was really, really, really
Into
in love with
him.
him, like
Yeah.
really wanting him, and he knew that his parents and her parents wanted them to get together. Like
Right.
that wasn't a secret.
Right. And it'd be easy
So
too.
it's that, yeah, obligatory thing, like that obligation, along with like you have surface level interest or like attraction, or like maybe he thought of her as a sister, and and tried the romantic thing. It just didn't work for him, but he knew that she liked him like that. And it was just like, but the girl I'm looking at is over there. This is too much pressure. You're trying to make me like her, and I try, and I don't like her.
Mhm.
But it's the active, like keeping the door open because you're not gonna be able to get what you want. So you're gonna get what you want until you have to give up what you want and get
Right.
Yeah.
what's left for you to get.
Yeah.
And I did not like that.
No, I
I know
felt
he was
like
like pressured, but
right. I felt like John seemed like he was in two different books. He seemed like two
He
different
did.
characters.
Yeah.
In Amy Rose's story, he seemed like the puppy love, like just sweet guy who really likes a girl and it's like forbidden love type of situation going on. And he's super charming and likable.
Mhm.
Then you get to Ruby's book, and John is like the unattainable, will they, won't they, I want you, I don't want you, like flip floppy type of F boy. And
Mhm.
so it's just like, I don't like that. It gave me a lot of mixed feelings about him because of how
Yes.
different he was with the two girls. So I
and
liked his
that's
character.
real life.
And that's real. That's real
Yeah.
ish.
Real
It's
life.
like
Because
men who like who do situationships. They date multiple girls and keep wanting a situationship for a long time. And one of them, they actively like, I want you, and they just being the guy for you, regardless if y'all gonna get together or not, whatever. Whereas the other girl, he like texting her at 3 a.m. like, can I come over?
yeah.
Like
Like,
what?
because what do you mean? So what do you mean? In Ruby's point of view, John was over there with a stank face, like staring me down.
What you do?
You want Amy Rose?
I said that ain't John Davenport. Davenport. John
And then
Don Davenport.
yeah, and then here go Ruby. I got him.
Like Ruby,
Girl,
you don't even want him,
damn.
girl. You don't even want him
Ruby,
at this point.
he is halfway looking at you in disgust, to be honest.
The joke is on you, baby.
The fact that he got
Like,
one eye on you right here and
he's
one
gonna
eye
make
over
it.
here on Selena, like you're not
He
even.
probably was like so upset when he saw her with Harrison. Like, she finna try. Like, why would she make
She
me
would
have
work
to
for
put
it,
effort in to go over there? Like, what does she think she's doing?
right?
This is supposed to be chase me, chase me. Why chase her, chase her? But Ruby knew that he had something going on with Amy Rose.
Right, because she in their first interaction with all three, she was like, "And I'm supposed to be competing with this maid, this beautiful maid over here. Like, look at me. Don't look at her. Go give me something to drink, Amy."
I know
That was
she was,
crazy.
but I was here first.
But I was here first.
All right, let's
Damn.
move to Ruby. Ruby was my favorite point of view to read.
Same.
I think I'm tied between Amy Rose and Ruby. I was intrigued, really intrigued by both of their stories.
Yeah.
I really like Ruby's because every time Ruby's point of view came up, it just felt cinematic to me.
Yes.
I love
Like that was the point of view where I could vividly see like things happening in my mind. Where it's like I think it was established in the beginning very well, her point of view. And like the pressures from her parents, I think that was set really well.
Yep.
And how she's kind of like isolated. She's one of those people who's been in a position to pretend. I feel like the supporting characters around her story were very impactful to her decision making. I feel like it was more, for me at least, it drew more emotional responses out of the reader because she has no allyship. Like she don't have any sisters she could talk to. She don't have any like siblings she could talk to. She's forced to pretend. She
And Olivia was
is
so
kind
caught
of
up in her own
ostracized.
thing.
Yeah, the friend that she could confide in is doing her own thing, like basically off the map. Olivia is nowhere to be found in the book when it comes to anybody else in the book.
And it was her
She's all
brother,
the
so
way
she didn't want to say too much anyways.
right. Yeah, so
Meanwhile,
Olivia, when it comes to Olivia, Olivia is literally in a different part of
No, she's
town.
in a different
She's like
story.
in a different setting. Like Olivia halfway don't even feel like she's in the same book most times when
That's
she
what I
come up.
said. Yeah,
But Ruby just felt so isolated to me.
she
And
did.
like for that to have for you to have your parents be your biggest unintentional, but your biggest bullies, your biggest
yeah,
people that are
yeah,
like coming down on you very hard and like almost without any regret or any
yeah.
like reflection
No
and
sympathy, nothing.
no sympathy, just they were very selfishly
Hmm.
pushing her through to their own agenda,
Right.
and it just made me like
Empathize
want to
with her.
see how she was, yeah, empathize with her, want to see how she like would make it through to the end of the story, like what's going on, because your home life is awful, your love life is awful, your friend is nowhere to be found because she got her own thing going on, you're broke, the things that you
Like,
have, your prized possessions that you want to keep that gives you some confidence and your self identifiers have been taken away from you.
It was a
like her
lot going
parents,
on.
Ru- Olivia over there getting swept up by an activist. Meanwhile, Ruby over here getting her last crumb stolen away by the Grinch that she calls her father.
And her
and
mother.
and the and the only ally you have is absent and your competition. Let your parents say it.
Exactly. Like,
So it's like I was like, dang, she's dealt
dang,
like such a
dang.
hard
Like,
like
you snatched her ruby necklace away from me? I said, yeah, that's
After
insane.
you didn't even need it because you didn't even know you didn't have it.
That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane.
You literally did
Why
not
would
know
you?
it was
I
missing.
cannot. I cannot fathom looking at my daughter and being like, "I know I gave this to you. This is like your namesake piece of jewelry that you've had since you were little. Oh, get it up because you. Oh yeah. We running for office, so you have to like be destitute now. Like it'll be fine.
My thing is
yeah,
this.
give me a
It's
little
the fact
$20
that
that people don't get from that.
right. It's the fact that you thought you had kept some jewelry. And Ruby swapped it and you didn't even notice. So how much jewelry did you keep for yourself that you didn't even notice
Exactly.
that you didn't donate or that something that you didn't donate was missing? And then as soon as you knew that what was gone or whatever that I used something else that you had that you clearly
Mm-hmm.
wasn't accounting for, now it's like, oh well, that yours was supposed to be going anyways, but you clearly didn't need your jewelry or
Like
mine.
you hateful. How
Exactly.
You just
people
took it because
hateful.
you just mad. You just you just being hateful for just for the love of the game. So it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what we doing here? God would have. I would have. I ain't gonna say
Yeah.
it.
Exactly that.
I ain't gonna say it. But y'all,
Yeah.
yeah,
That storyline definitely put me there. I
for
was like,
sure. And I'm so
okay,
glad. I'm so glad she met Harrison, another
me
Southern
too.
man.
Uh-huh.
The Southern
Mm-hmm.
man was coming
I like
through in this
Harrison.
book, huh?
That's how I liked
I really
Harrison.
liked
Yeah, I
Harrison.
like him a lot. Uh,
He was like this minds.
He knew exactly what he wanted. He was like, yeah, and let me show you.
I
I like
loved
that.
it. Another light
another
skinned biracial man.
also
Yeah.
also maybe it's not pick me, but slight pick me take.
Okay.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
I very much like the again their scenes together were already like, oh my gosh, I know that's right. But the scenes in where like she was like, lying to him and then he found out and when he was like, what's going on? And she was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna fix it. Like, you better fix it now. like, it's you want me for real. You want me for real, and like I see it's like
Oh, yeah.
my bad.
I understand. I
That's my
understand.
man. That's mine.
Is
Yeah,
that oh
that's mine.
he ain't playing about
Like he's
her.
like
He not
he not
playing
playing
about
with you,
her.
and he's like even when you don't like you the one that did him wrong. He's like
Multiple times.
so, So
multiple times. It was getting to a point. I was
It
like,
no,
was.
it was
I thought that last time I said, "Ooh, Ruby, you lost him,
no,
girl."
no.
yeah, I did too. I was
I
like,
looked
he's
at
not
that and I
gonna
was like,
take
oh,
it.
she lost him.
So
I thought she did too.
when he heard her mom say the thing about the plan or whatever, and they was he confronted her at the parents' party or whatever, and he was all mad and shaking, and they was engaged,
It's crazy.
and he was like, Ruby, explain what the is going on, like.
Like, girl,
I
And
like,
mean, right now.
my heart
oh my god.
dropped. I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh
you didn't.
no, oh
Yeah.
no!" And then he walked out. I said, "Okay, so I see how this about to go. Like, Harrison is done. Like, I was like, ain't
No,
no way he
like,
coming back.
no,
Harrison
like,
is done. And what's gonna happen is Amy Rose gonna move, and John gonna get with Ruby because at this point, Harrison ain't coming back."
That would be such an awful
yeah, I would have
way
hated. I would have
in.
hated that.
Because
Yeah.
a loveless connection,
I mean, that'd
crazy.
be nice. That'd be nice to each other.
Here's not what I read.
John would not be nice to that girl.
I think
John
he
would not be nice
would.
to her. He wouldn't be nice to her in a way that that she would want to be in a relationship. He'll be kind, but he wouldn't be nice. You know what I mean?
Why
Like
wouldn't he be nice? I mean, he ain't gonna
what
be. I don't
I,
think he'd be head over heels in love.
what I mean is, I just feel like he would be so consumed because John, the way he was characterized to me, he seemed like an intense
Right.
person, like in a relationship.
Yeah.
I feel like
And Ruby is
I
too.
feel like if he was stuck, if he felt stuck in Ruby too, I feel like if he felt stuck in that relationship with Ruby, she would be neglected.
Okay.
I feel like
So
it
he'd
would
be like dutiful. You
yeah,
think?
like
Okay.
yes, I think he would be like, yes, you
Check the
know,
boxes.
we have children because we're married. You know what I'm saying?
I'm attracted
Like,
to her, so I'm not mean to her. I'm present, but
yeah,
not romantic.
but not romantic. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think that he would be romantic or like,
I feel like at this point, after I feel like if they were to were to have gotten together, or like they played the love triangle between John, Amy Rose, and Ruby a little differently, like he was actively pursuing both, or even showed a little more interest towards Ruby besides jealousy, I do
yeah,
think he would have. But at the point where she was showing so much interest in Harrison, I think he lost it. Anything that he
Yeah.
would have given, he had lost it. So yeah, I can agree with that. Like once Harrison gone, if they was probably forced to get together still, he would have been like, "I'm here, the bills paid."
yeah,
He probably would have cheated on her, to be honest.
yeah, definitely.
But I did really enjoy Ruby. I think you know what, I'm not gonna say whatever because I'm gonna get into it in the favorite scene. So Ruby's character and her storyline was really, really good to me. It was very interesting. And I'm glad she found her man. He seemed like the man that I probably would have been going for as well, Harrison.
Yeah.
So I was definitely into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Harrison was my pick.
Yeah. Same.
Okay, let's go on to favorite character. Favorite character outside of the ladies who had point of views. Did y'all have one?
Harrison.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Harrison.
Gotta be. Yeah.
Harrison, yeah, because
He was the most.
he was a
He was
straight
most
shooter.
outside of the main four girls.
Washington
Yeah.
Dwight, runner up. But I just like that Harrison was just so romantic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was very thoughtful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very much a straight shooter. He wasn't playing games. He was like, "Listen,
He
do
know
you
what
like
he
me?
want.
Because I like you."
We go together.
Period. He was making her laugh and dancing with her. He's apparently handsome as well. He's a lawyer. Like, he's a lawyer, right? What, tax accountant, something like that. Good job, makes money.
He's in the political realm
So
to some degree.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
I think my favorite character was also outside of the girls, Harrison.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
If we talking about Amy Rose's point of view, John, but in the whole book, Harrison, because John was a different man.
Yeah.
I mean, in everybody's point of view, that's what's John's sign? Scorpio.
He a chameleon.
Yeah, he is chameleon.
Y'all think he a Scorpio?
He
Maybe.
probably, yeah, maybe.
I see Scorpios in
Yeah.
him, cause he
Or a
just,
Capricorn.
cause exactly, and they are alike to me, cause he just adapts to different personalities and situations.
I'll even give John maybe a Cancer.
I could see Cancer too.
Interesting.
I think I could see Scorpio and Cancer the most, but I could see a Capricorn as well. But
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
all right. Um, least favorite character.
Rose's parents.
Amy Rose.
Ruby's parents.
Who?
No, same.
Ruby's
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
both of them
Uh,
together.
a unit through and through, evil and all.
Because y'all never
He's
understand that y'all talking to a
peaceful hoe.
child, your child. And the mama was like, I didn't pick daddy. But
But I'm here
we
with a
made
Oh,
it work.
house.
so you're
We
bitter.
well, we're broke. We're trying to make it.
But
Like,
we learned to
please.
love, and I stole your necklace. Now what about it?
Yeah.
um, least favorite characters. I'm trying to think. Oh, this not a real character. I mean, he a character, but he not a real character. The banker man.
I was about to say that. I
He
was
can
like,
kick rocks.
if you get into like low characters, yeah,
He
yeah.
can literally. He can eat grits.
He can kneel on grits.
He can kneel
All
on
right.
spikes. He can kneel in
Yeah.
hell.
He was dead wrong.
Uh,
He was dead
Piss
wrong.
me off. He can literally go to hell. I'm so
Yeah.
serious. Like with gasoline draws, gasoline covered on his whole body, and with bombs coming out his butthole. Like
He reminded me kind of those bankers that was in Princess and the Frog. It's
right,
Mm.
yeah, it was definitely
like
giving that.
we've made a relationship, we talk, you know what I'm trying to do. I'm giving you down payments and things of that nature, and you just was like, well, somebody else bought it, so
Oh, you
And the
unreliable.
somebody else was him. It was the
No,
bank.
literally, quite literally.
And
Quite
what
yeah.
I think what pissed me off the most was the fact that like I knew that was about to happen when she was talking to him and he kept on
Absolutely.
like, "Oh, where's your husband?" and "Oh, what you gonna do with this?" And I was like, "Amy, you being green, don't answer all them questions." Like,
And,
"Oh, my husband,
and
yeah, he with it." That's what I would have said. I would have brought John up
where
in
is it
there.
again? Where is it again? Who you buying it from?
I would have. I would be like, "Oh, my husband." I would have brought John in there. Okay. And shout out to
John,
John for buying her that building, no, whatever
yeah.
building. But I mean, I
Because
know
you
he
know what?
was
I initially thought that John had bought it. And I was
Yeah,
like, John bought that.
Oh, I must be a cynical type of person because I already knew what it
I,
was.
And I
I
was
I
like,
had both thoughts simultaneously, and I was like, we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, I knew it was
girl,
the
John
bank.
bought that.
I was as soon as he said somebody else, they said somebody else, but I was like,
I kind of assumed, like, I could see the plot line of like maybe John bought it, but the banker gave it to him because he's a man.
right, right, right,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I
yeah,
was this is that I had. It pissed me off real. It really did because I was like, I already knew when she was talking to him. I was like, he is not about to give her this building. He not gonna do it.
absolutely.
I knew it. Asking too many questions. Okay. Favorite. Let's move on to favorite scene.
Okay.
Ooh, there's so many.
Honestly, any scene with Ruby and Harrison, I really like that scene whenever he brought her the necklace back. And I
Guys,
was like,
That whole sequence was so cute.
I was like, yeah, why don't you just go ahead and like, I
Marry
just
me.
was waiting on her to be like,
Oh, this my man.
her to admit to her changed feelings.
Right,
And
Yeah.
right.
she finally did. But I was just like, it was so sweet and romantic. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he got you the one thing that you just was like hating that you lost, that you were
He
really
gave up for
missing.
it.
I could not
I
believe
was
he
like,
did that. And one.
niggas get shot.
I said, "Oh, he from the south
19
for
years.
real."
Yeah,
He
yeah,
sound pretty good at. I said, "Oh yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
know who you are. Like, I know
yeah.
exactly who you are."
That little
Um,
part was like,
it was
Mm-hmm.
so cute. I was like giddy the whole time that was
Yeah.
happening. I think I really like. That's one of my favorite parts. I really liked when John and Amy was out and they met outside in the back of the house or whatever, wherever they was at, and when they shared their first kiss.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that moment was so cute. Oh, and even their first interaction period when they was in the kitchen and he was on the
Mm-hmm.
way to the just my favorite couples. John and Amy and Ruby and Harrison. And to be honest, anytime they was on the screen, because it really read like
And
a
yeah,
movie. Those
the
two
movie.
characters, it
mhm.
really read like a movie. So like, but when John and Amy and Harrison and Ruby were their stories were being told, it definitely gave movie. But that scene in particular when it was outside and she was talking to him, Amy Rose or whatever, when she was talking to him, I thought that was so, and it was under the moonlight, and she was like realizing that he like actually likes her. I was like, so cute. And like you said, Harrison and Ruby when he got her. Oh, runner up. I really liked the scene when Ruby finally let her guard down around Harrison when it was in the club. And they
Uh-huh.
were like dancing and they were just like talking and all of that. And then John come in on his hater ish. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's not yours no more.
A little
Yeah, they
L.
were they were
Yeah.
super cute, super cute.
Yeah. I think my favorite scene was those. As well, I think was their scene where like Ruby and Harrison was like sitting under a tree and it was like kissing or whatever.
Hmm.
Yeah, that one.
I think that was
So
Yeah,
when he gave her the thing.
yeah. I think
oh
it was right after.
Yeah,
okay.
that was the whole sequence. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just so cute.
Yeah.
They're so cute. I also did like Olivia when she had snuck out the house and she had met up with and she was talking to Harrison after the one of their little meetings or whatever, and they was just
You
like
think Washington?
Washington,
Washington.
yeah. Ooh, that would have been a different book, but her and Washington was meeting after one of the things, and he was like asking her questions like, "Do you know what you want?" and "Is that what you want?" and she's just like, and when they was dancing at the party, and everybody was looking at them like, "Ain't she with
Uh-huh.
Jacob Lawrence?"
Uh-huh.
And she like all up on the Washington door. I was like, "Yeah,
Crazy.
y'all get y'all
Crazy.
in,
Right.
get y'all in." Okay, least favorite scene.
Um, Amy Rose being in them bushes and hearing John
Oh
and his
yeah,
daddy.
oh yeah,
I did
that
not like
hurt.
that.
That
I
I was
was
like,
like,
hurt.
girl, get out some bushes and go
and
inside.
I
You're
didn't
not
like that
supposed to hear
scene.
that. You already know how that man feel.
Literally.
You know how society is. Like you don't need to hear that. And then John, I mean, John didn't outright deny her anything
No,
at
he
the end, but
didn't.
at the same time, it's like, you know, what type of that man has grown up with money all his life.
Right,
So it's very serious for anybody who's grown up with a specific norm to be like, yeah, y'all could be together, but without our help, y'all better figure it out
And
on your
that
own. Is that what y'all want?
which is
it pissed me off so bad.
crazy because you're not gonna give it to Helen. So what you gonna do? And you
Exactly.
was a slave.
No, like okay, that whole conversation pissed me off so bad because, sir,
Like, did you forget?
let's be let's be for real. You talk about you are really withholding his inheritance off of the concept of like She not in the same social circles. Your friends ain't gonna say, sir, you were a slave.
20 years ago, if that, you were, about 20 years ago, you were a slave, or maybe 30. You was a slave.
These are your priorities.
A couple of decades ago.
How do we get so far?
First of all, you are the same man who you basically you are letting everybody know, everybody who's reading this book, you letting everybody know, and everybody in Chicago know that you are willing to blow up your company, and you really don't care about it because one, you refuse to advance it. You refuse to, baby, they have running cars. They have carriages, horseless carriages. And you want to, I'm going to stick with the horses. They're like, sir, we're going to lose our fortune and we're going to lose our status because you're unwilling to move forward with the times. And then on top of that, you are also willing to, you're not going to give the fortune to your daughter. You done outright told her you need to start being a lady and stop being a man. And now you're willing to take the inheritance or stop the inheritance from going to your son, the company, all of that, from going to your son, who's the only person, you only got one son, the only person you're going to give it to, because he is in love with y'all's maid, who is also trying to start something for herself. I'm like, you don't make any sense. He ain't about his money.
And you know this for a fact. You have tangible evidence for a fact, and you being dense, and you being stupid, and you being dumb. Because what are we doing? Turn it on. He's not. It's off. It's off and it's unplugged. No batteries.
He's a different Negro guy.
It just don't make no sense.
He's in the upper echelon, and he doesn't want any. He's worked so hard. He doesn't want anything to
remind anyone about where he come from. Basically,
right? He doesn't want any reminders. He don't want anybody to humble him. He's already fighting a good fight with the white commoners, let alone the white elite. So he's looking at his son like, "You finna ruin this for me."
Right, but you're gonna ruin it for you.
Literally. I also don't understand the concept of like, okay, so he was a slave. His wife was a freed woman, right? I understand that there are, non-biracial. There were non-biracial freed people, right? But she came like from a mom who was also freed, I think, and like a group of people who were also freed, or like had their own stuff with them. So you mean to tell me, ain't none of your white friends biracial? Your wife not somewhat white, and like her granddaddy ain't white or nothing, or like she don't have biracial like kin, and y'all don't interact with them to the point where like you don't see any biracial people in your social group. Is that what you're trying to convince me of?
Right.
He said, you want a wife, this wife who's served the other people who's going to be now her peers. They're not going to respect her. He said, your wife has like Mary, what's her name? Amy Rose has served them. They're not going to look at her as anything but a maid.
And a maid that she has slave owners' blood.
Yeah.
It like both things is like, again, but you're a slave.
But you're breaking bread with them. You're literally breaking bread. So why can you go to dinner with the slave owners? But I can't marry somebody who's involuntarily produced by one. Like she set her parents up. Like, what? And she been here all this time? Like, I don't know. I mean, I get it to a certain point, but it's like let's actually like turn it on.
Yeah.
And let's think about it, because you're reacting like emotionally towards your son right now because you're mad that he loves the maid or whatever. And it's just like, I mean, I can see your point of view to a certain extent, but at the end of the day, you talking about, she got slave owners' blood, and it's like, I get you, but you act like she was raised around slave owners. Y'all raised her. So, I mean, you let her in your house, and she was good enough to serve you. Are you on a high horse about that?
You're really disgusting right now. Like,
they could have raised her as one of their kids.
Exactly.
I mean, she basically was.
Right. They could have gave her that status though, and they chose not to do that.
This is true. This is also true.
Because
it wasn't that child's fault that she was abandoned or whatever the case may be.
And then her mama died.
And then her mom died, so she lived
And so
at
y'all
both
put her in the back with the
parents.
maids, like
Y'all kept her back
Crazy.
there,
the only child back there.
and that's
And
your
you're like,
daughter's best friends. I mean, your daughter's best friend. Like
yeah.
both of them
Okay.
really deared her. What's the word? Yep. And
Uh-huh.
and John liked her too, and everybody y'all they grew up together in the same house. And then you was like, oh, mom died, you take her spot, instead of being like, y'all have the means to take care of her. And I'm not saying it's your responsibility, but to now like look down on her like y'all did not raise her
Exactly.
in this house. It's crazy.
Exactly.
It's one thing if you was like, I could even respect it more if he was like, no, we have an arrangement with the Jermaines, and
Yeah.
that's what we need you to stick to. And if you go outside of that arrangement, now
Yeah.
that's the ultimatum. No, you made it personal to Amy Rose, and
Yeah.
that's where I'm like,
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
okay,
weird.
sir,
I think
like, but you were enslaved yourself. How about this? Do me a favor, go find your brother. How about that? Let's put our
of course.
priorities where they need to be, because you clearly can't. You too jaded to run the company anymore. You did a great job starting it, but you're not gonna keep. You're not gonna do a good job furthering it at this point.
You're running us into the ground.
You stuck in the past. You won't let. I mean, say stuck in the past is 1910, but you won't
Well, his
let.
relative passed.
Yeah, you won't let Helen, arguably the best mechanic that you got here. You won't let her do anything anymore. So now that's like it's like you just it's like you are actively turning yourself away from progression in a positive light. So it's like
Hmm.
he low key one of my least favorite characters.
Same. Same.
Yeah, I was thinking of him as well.
But yeah, I hated that scene. So him that scene when they were talking about Amy Rose, that was heartbreaking. Like I felt so bad for her, and the banker is all those bad scenes is with Amy Rose. Poor baby,
Hmm.
poor baby.
That scene with Jacob and Helen was funny to me.
I have him listed down as scammer
As who?
because scammer.
I don't
Yeah,
think he a
Because why
scammer.
would you? His
he
his
he did a little
intent
bit.
his intent was scammy. Not to say
Yeah.
that he got up there and he was just a scam full through,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it was like it was opportunistic. And I
yes,
understand,
For
like,
sure.
you trying to, stabilize yourself.
right.
And I get that. But as looking through the
At our
lens of the
expense.
women,
Yeah,
it's like you have scammed me, because if I was Helen, I would have looked at it just like this. She was like, "He's a liar." I said,
but
"Yes,
like
yeah."
at the same
He's a
time,
liar and he's a cheat and he's a scam.
at the
I
same
get it. I
time
get it.
though,
It was very frustrating to
it's
me.
it's kind of Helen karma.
I'm no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Helen should have, like,
No,
she
she
shouldn't
definitely
have
should
got
have been
taken
upset
back
though.
from it,
I definitely would
and
have been
she
upset.
definitely should have had some consequence for her moving the way that she did, because it was very selfish the way that she moved.
Yeah,
Everybody was moving pretty selfishly,
right.
but for him to be like, I gotta tell you, I'm broke.
Like
I'm not
boy,
my family. I don't have the inheritance. I came here to actually see if I can get bought back in.
like
And the only
oh,
reason why you're in my face is because you were supposed to be a part of a family with a lot of money. That's the only reason why my parents was
exactly.
like, here's a man.
He's a
He's eligible.
catch,
Yeah. And you
right?
parading around town with your shoulders back, like, yeah,
They don't
anybody could
even
want
know.
me. And then we gonna get deep into it. You done soiled me, right? During this time, if anybody find out that we had done anything, like kissing, anything, you didn't touch
Rolling
me,
mud,
love me,
anything.
and now I'm casted off by a broke man who told
Yeah.
me that he was
Yeah.
rich, and now
Oh.
I'm off the market as anything, and my price has gone down
Because it
because
already looked
you're
bad.
it
Yeah.
already looks bad, but my price has now gone down. Not only are you lying to me, and you're
Rich.
not who you said you are. Now I'm humiliated by my actions of going after somebody who was already socially accepted as my sister's mate. And now everybody's gonna know that you wouldn't even.
He scammed the Davenports, the richest black people out here.
you didn't even have nothing to back up your name in the first place. So what I look like to the public?
A fool,
A
a mother
fool.
fool. Okay.
Wow. I risked it for nothing.
A
And on top of that, she a mechanic. She ain't even a
So
proper
her price,
lady.
yeah, her price really down, down, down.
you could
In those times,
She didn't deserve all that.
Hey.
It's crazy.
that was real crazy.
No, Jacob, I think when he revealed, like, first of all, something did go off in my head. I didn't know exactly what, but I said something was off about Jacob Lawrence just because when him and Helen first had the conversation, first of all, I thought it was weird that he was talking to her in that manner if he was supposed to be with Olivia. But second of
Agreed.
all, when he was like, "Oh yeah, the lights don't work at where I'm staying," I was like, "The lights don't work." I didn't
I
think
didn't even pick
too
that up.
much into it, but I definitely was like, I said, "Where the?" In my head, I was like, "Where the is he staying?" I was like, "What the
I'm not even
hell?"
gonna lie to you. When certain people got on the screen, I mean on the when certain people pulled up on that book, I was like, I can't tell you half of what Jacob Lawrence
Oh,
like when y'all said they was rolling around in the mud. I do not remember that.
that is
That's
that's
like the biggest thing that
so
Helen went
little.
through.
I remember the cigarette.
That's how you remember the cigarette, but not the rolling
I
in the
remember rolling
mud.
it. I was
I
so
do not
angry.
remember
Like
the
I
rolling in
literally,
the
my
mud.
jaw was dropped. I said,
No, literally, I said, "Oh wow!" Like we're going there, Degrassi. We go there.
I did have the book on 2 times speed.
That's crazy.
"You funny."
So
How you don't remember them rolling in the thighs touching and they bouncing in the carriage and then
Like
they
they
playing with
were
the
doing
horse.
it.
Yeah, they
I
were
will say
basically
They were
doing it.
doing it.
I
The
will say
capital
there was a
IT.
part around whenever they were first getting like cozy. That little part I remember I was like, I don't know what's going on. And my mind had drifted. I was like, I don't know what's going on. And I was like, should I go back?
That's crazy.
No, I don't feel like too much went on. So then I just
That's
kept going.
crazy. The biggest part of one of the biggest parts of Helen's story was that was her realization that she's like, oh yeah, I actually like him. Like she was like beforehand, she was like, do I like him? Do I like him? Like he's intriguing and he's handsome and all this type of stuff. But when they
Yeah,
had that carriage ride and she
he
came
was
back to the
fantasizing
house,
about that.
yeah, she was down bad for him after
Said we had a
that.
time last night.
She was like, wow. And I came back to the house dirty. Like, she had to sneak back into the house and take a bath.
literally, literally. That's
That's crazy that you don't
heinous,
remember that. But
disgraceful.
I just thought that Jacob, like I said, I thought something was off. Like I said, for first of all, for him to be acting like that, like talking to Helen like that, when he
Hmm.
was supposed to be with Olivia or whatever, and they stepping out that night, and then you out in the back smoking with her sister, weird, and making jokes with her sister. I thought that was weird. And then on top of that, like just the fact that he was like talking about how like his light switch was broke and his lights don't
Devastating.
work, and he's like, maybe I'll call somebody to come fix it. I was like, where in he double hawk are you staying? Because I was like, ain't he rich? But I didn't go further than that. But I did stop there. I was like, ain't he supposed to have money? What kind of rinky dink motel he staying in? The lights don't work, and you chilling about it?
Crazy.
Yeah, if I caught that, yeah, it definitely been like, you're a liar. I don't know that from the jump.
It was just something
But
off.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear them talking.
And the fact that he wasn't like willing to, when Olivia was talking about like the black issues or whatever, and he was kind of like, I think everybody needs to just stay where they at. It's because he didn't have a position to where he felt like he could gamble doing something like that. I don't think that he genuinely did not care about black issues, but I thought that was probably the thing. Like he was like, he's not in the position to be, and also because he's from London, so or
Mhm.
overseas, wherever he's from, British,
Yeah.
whatever he is. So yeah, those were some of my least favorite scenes as well. Any scene with Ruby parents, any pissed me off. Um, but yeah.
That's
What'd you say?
at the end. That's it.
Yeah, I think I aired out my grievances because I had to get to Lawrence. And
The effing scammer. He was scamming. I don't care what you say.
And not to say that he's entirely a bad person, but
Yeah. I get don't get me wrong. I get where he coming from and I understand the hand he is dealt because of his dad's negligence or whatever because his family does technically have money. He just don't.
Yeah, that's very true. And I didn't even think about the aspect of like, because he don't have money and because he didn't sell it her, if she was to get kicked out, then she destitute. She can't even go with a man that got money.
Exactly. But yeah, a little bit of it is Helen's karma. But I will say though, when it came out that he had no money, my jaw dropped a little bit, but it dropped like this, and it went right back up because I was like, well, I knew it. Something in the back of my head knew it, but also you was wrong, and you was getting off too easy.
She was. Olivia was like,
girl,
I don't care nothing about that.
Don't nobody want that man. So yeah.
And she was like.
Oh, and I did hate the scene where when Olivia chose to stay and Washington was just like waiting at the train station.
That was sad, but I am glad she didn't get on that train.
Go home, Olivia.
Yeah, and he wanted her to go just the fact to be with him, but he didn't really want her to get on that train either.
I don't think he expected her to be honest. Something in him, I really feel like he was like he wants her to, but in the reality, it did not make sense for her to get on that.
Yeah, she went in all of the stuff off, like she jumped off the deep end. It was going fast. It wasn't her time. Like if she gets to that point, then good, or if like fine.
Right, I can see that being the third book type of thing. Not the first.
This was all too fast, and she was all too new to all this stuff. She would definitely do better with like interpersonal activism and work where she
to build herself up and trying to learn more, and because she go out there right now, she gonna get herself killed being green.
Exactly.
And so he's seasoned and he knows what's going on, but I don't think it's like she didn't. So I do think it's too early. I think they're gonna come back together though.
He didn't tell her about it in the first place because he knew she shouldn't have been out there.
Right, and that she probably would have walked away.
I halfway felt like her parents had schemed an interception.
No,
go out there and tell her that such in jail or whatever it was.
How they at the bottom of this
with Jedi mind tricks.
I thought she was gonna go up there and the girl wasn't gonna be in there. And shit, they had made her miss it.
Yeah,
but no, she definitely didn't need to go. But it was sad because it's like she was really wanting to go, and she's looking at him, and then she's looking at the man who's married to her cousin, and she's just like, and then Washington's like waiting, right? And then he's like at the train, and he's watching, and he's like, and then he's like coming to the realization that she's not coming, and I was like, oh, it hurts. Oh, that hurt. Take it out my stomach. It hurts. Don't twist it like that. Oh.
Yeah. It was sad, but
it needs to happen. She needs to go to her house. Use her ways and build better.
The only reason why I felt like it was a convoluted plan was because out of all the Davenports, you came and got me at the train station.
Yeah.
How did you know I was here?
That's true. Her mama.
Oh. Yeah, go down there. We are at a party right now, but what I need you to do is
Olivia not doing nothing.
Olivia's not doing nothing. Man. Go down there to the train station, make sure she don't sneak out this house and get on that
train. She's not doing that. It's crazy.
She ain't busy. She out there just frolicking around. Go get her. She'll go to the train station. Is the train station right next to the police station? Go get her. She right there. Yeah, I thought it was messed up. But overall, I thought this was a really, really, really good book, really interesting book. I want us to read the second book because I want to see. Yeah, I want to see where the Davenports go, and how they played out. It seemed like at the end, John was like about to go find Amy Rose because she really said, "You know what?
I'm out."
Like forget this, and she gone. So she left. And then she got that letter from her white dad's side So I'm interested to see what that's about.
Yeah, same.
And see what John has to offer to Amy Rose in that aspect, because I'm glad him and Ruby then, okay, we friends, so he can stop being F boy to Ruby and he can just focus on whoever he wants, because I was tired of the flip flopping of John's personality, and and so to see him be the romantic man that we want him to be instead of
Yeah,
the
definitely.
F boy jealous type. So I do want to see how that whole story plays out. I'm excited to see Ruby and Harrison, how they move forward. They're
Mhm.
so cute, and even though I do think they did a good job of like wrapping their story, if it stopped there, but
Mhm.
obviously we would love to hear more, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Olivia and Washington are not done in my opinion, but they could be done, and she could have a new love interest. So I would like to see how her story plays out. And Helen and Jacob, wish y'all well.
Phew.
I
Good
wish you
luck to the
well.
happy couple.
That
To
was
the scamming couple, scamming, lying, and scheming.
Scheming and scamming.
I hate that because I actually did like Helen, but it's like, girl, what you
yeah,
doing?
yeah.
But anyways, let's give the book a rating. Okay, I'm going to give the book a solid. I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
I'm gonna give it a 3.75.
All right.
Okay. And I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5.
We gave the book a 4.08 rating. Woo. Woo.
Round it to 4.1.
4.083. 3333333.
Not that.
So we liked the
That's so
book. I clearly liked it the most, but it was just really interesting. But I am, like I said, I am interested in getting to the next one. I thought the author
Mhm.
did a really good job of like you said, writing the book to make it feel like a movie. It definitely, most scenes in the book played in my head like a
Yeah,
TV show.
yeah.
So the author
It
did
was a
a
very good that
great
description.
job. Yeah, did a great job of letting me know what it looked like, because it was
Mhm.
literally, as I'm thinking about this book and we talk about it, it's literally like playing like a movie in my head instead of just like words or whatever. So Krystal Marquis, I hope I'm saying that right. Good job, girl. You did a great job writing
You
the
ate
book.
that.
You ate it up. Yum, 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 yum. So
cool.
that is the Black Lady Media Club review, June book review of The Davenports by Krystal Marquis. Or Keys.
Mhm.
And thank you all for watching. Let us know how y'all felt about the book in the comments, or if you haven't read the book and you listen to this, you
Mhm.
basically read the book. So let me know what you think
I
about our
love how
review.
we do it.
And yeah, we'll catch y'all in the next one. See y'all soon.
We sure will.
Bye.
Bye.